What's up, my YouTubers? It's Jenny, and welcome back to the Mommy Vlog. All right, if you hear anything in the background from the TV, I apologize. I do not have rights, so copyright, I apologize. We're watching Buster. Yes, I'm saying the name, but I do not own rights to that. Second, it is Wednesday, November 19th. It is currently 10:44 a.m., and it is Jim's birthday, so happy birthday to Jim. Shout out to him. So if anybody in the comments wants to say happy birthday to Jim. All right. So we have several topics to talk about today in this mommy vlog. Bless you. Bless you. Because I have not done one of these in a little while. So on that note, I'm going to put you guys on pause right now because I have to feed the little ones some mid-morning snacks. And this little girl needs to go in her chair. So we'll pause it. Hello, I have a change of scenery, so I apologize if it's a little darker. I'm in my bedroom. If you see my background, yes, we took down the wallpaper because eventually we will be painting instead of having wallpaper. It was peel and stick wallpaper. It was from Amazon. It lasted, 4 years, I think. See me looking around because I lost my daughter's pants. Anyways, it was peel and stick wallpaper, and it lasted about 4 years, and it was slowly starting to peel off the walls, and the kids keep peeling it off the walls. So it is time to just take it all down. So we're going to save up for paint, and I know the color that I would like it. I don't know if I'm going to get that color, but I'm not going to reveal that now. That will be probably sometime next year because we only have month and a half left of this month. So anyways, today's topic is the mommy vlog, and I have several things that I would like to talk about. So let's go ahead and dive into it, shall we? All right. First subject is my mental health. My mental health has been up and down. Yes, my medication does work, but I still have the postpartum. Not so much the depression, it's more of the anxiety. I do get sad, not so much depressed to where I don't want to do anything. I just get very overwhelmed because I want to do everything, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And I'm sure a lot of new moms feel that way where they want to do everything or they feel like they have to. Like if the dishes aren't done, if the laundry's not done, it's okay. And then if you have other kids, you can have that mom guilt of not giving them the attention. So when your newborn is crying for one thing or another, and wants attention or needs to feed, and you have other kids that need to be fed and changed and taken care of, it can get very overwhelming on top of trying to clean up and keep the house in order. With that being said, what I meant by that is that I would give myself little tiny tasks around the house because I've been so stressed out. And the reason why I've been so stressed out is, well, the normal thing of bills were piling up. Jim wasn't working at the time. He finally found a job. He is a flagger, and he just took a test to do the trucks, and they can send him anywhere that they send him. So that's great. So that was stressful because the bills were piling up, and he wasn't working, and he was doing, um, you know, odds and ends here and there to make some money, but it just, And then we had Airlie's birthday coming up, the triplets' birthdays coming up, Halloween coming up, Christmas was coming up. So everything was just piling all together, and I was getting stressed out. So what do I do when I'm very, very stressed out is I tend to over clean. Plus our truck went down. Our truck broke. So we were down to one vehicle for about 2 weeks. And it was the fuel pump in the truck. The guy who towed the truck to the house, I'm giving him mad shout outs. I can't remember his name, but I'm giving him mad shout outs because he actually came to the house to fix the truck so we didn't have to tow the truck out of our yard. But that was so nice of him. So we have two vehicles again, and that's awesome because now my mom, who was driving Jim to work, she was driving him anywhere from like an hour away, and then she would go to work, and then she'd pick up Airlie from the bus stop and then go get Jim. So she had a very, very, very long day of driving a lot on top of my appointments, on top of the kids' appointments, on top of whatever else needed to be done. if you hear Trent in the background, he's watching trains, this cartoon thing of trains blowing things up. Hello. Anyways, so that was stressful. I know there are a ton of families out there who either don't have a vehicle, don't have friends or family close by to help, or they are down to one vehicle. So I feel for them wholeheartedly. And there's a ton of people out there, I understand, who also live in rural places like we do, where you don't have access to a bus stop or anything else very, very close by. So my mental health was getting on top of me. I was over cleaning, meaning I would give myself little projects, like if it was just reorganizing the kids' dresser drawers, if it was cleaning out the old medicine and that was expired, or reorganizing the spice drawer. Something really, really stupid. Did it need to be done? No, and yes at the same time. But it gave me something to do so I wasn't going stir crazy with being a stay-at-home mom and worrying about all the stress. It gave me something else to focus on. Plus, I don't know if that's an ADHD thing or not, but it's a very tedious thing. So basically, I was overwhelming myself with stupid tasks. And there was one point where Jim and we were going somewhere, and I took something completely the wrong way. And I eventually did apologize to him, but I took it completely the wrong way. We had this big fight over something really stupid, and I ended up kicking him out because of this. And if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok and you saw my video of me looking like crap and then crying, talking about it, I didn't go into the details, but that's what it was. But anyways, so we ended up talking. What it ended up being is that we came to an agreement, but that we never have a chance to actually sit down and talk about all of the important things. Not to the point where we need to talk about the important things. The only time we really have time is when we're going to and from the grocery store, or at night if the triplets are going down to bed. So we never really fully had time. I know, honey, I know. But she needs to eat. Hold on. All right. So, where was I? We never really fully had time to really sit down and talk. I personally have always been a really, really, really horrible communicator when it comes to really important things or really emotional, sensitive topics. And I don't know how to communicate my feelings very well, or I'm one, like many, who don't ask for help that often. I assume that I can do everything myself, or I assume that somebody else is going to do it for me when that's not true. Hold on here. But anyways, um, we concluded that we both need to work on a lot more things. If I get to a point where I feel overwhelmed or I need to talk to him about something, I can write it down in a message and send it to him. It could be a 4-page message, but if that's how I have to get things out, then that's fine. And he understands that now. Yes, he may not read all of it. He might read all of it, but it's something that if I need to do to talk to him, I will. I don't know why. I can't just look him in the eyes or sit down and talk to him about important things. I've just always my life been like that. Not just with guys, just with my mom, everybody. So basically, we talked it out. Obviously, he's back, and we're doing better. Not perfect, but we're doing better. Um, Next thing is Bailey here. Turned 3 months old on November 14th. She did get her 2-month-old shots. I'm sure I talked about this in a previous vlog, but she had very, very bad digestive issues. With that being said, that even though Trenton, please, even though I 98% feed her breast milk, or like I'm doing now, she does have formula when I go out and mom needs to feed her or Jim needs to feed her, or if I'm just really, really cannot do it. Because there were some times where she just just doesn't want the boob, and that's okay. But we tried one formula, it didn't work. So we tried a sensitive formula, that didn't work. Went back to the peds, and now she's on Nutramitol. I'm probably saying that wrong. And it's like night and day, I swear. The few times that we do feed her that, I mean, she does so much better. And she is now back to where she was before, where she's actually eating a lot better. She no longer gets massively fussy even with breast milk, and her bowel movements are consistent with breast milk. So if you're coughing or anything in the background, because I'm dealing with 3 toddlers who have head colds and this little girl who has a stuffy nose. So, tis the season. But anyways, but Bailey is great. She is hitting her milestones of being very vocal, very active. She loves watching her siblings play. They love playing with her. She will hear me and Jim walking around, and she'll try to look for us. She'll hear Grandma or Airlie, and she'll try to look for them. And she's starting to pick up things. I mean, not pick up things. She's starting to grab things and hold them with her hands. So she's hitting her milestones. So that's awesome. We're taking bets on how fast she's going to be crawling and walking. That's fun. Airlie turned 13. Yes, she is officially a teenager on November 9th. So happy birthday to Airlie, or happy past birthday. But I officially have a teenager, and it's weird. Trenton, don't go in the bathtub, honey. Okay, so it's a little bit darker now. Where was I? So, yes, Airlie is officially a teenager. What's up, honey? Wow. Let's see. Leo, Airlie's dog. So, Leo is a Labradoodle, and he tends to get mats in his hair sometimes if you don't brush him every day, or at least, thereof. So, I couldn't brush all of his mats out. I could have made Airlie do it, but let's face it, as a preteen teenager, plus I love dogs. I don't mind doing it. So I ended up taking clippers to him, and he does have some bald spots because I got a little close. So I didn't hurt him. No. He actually loved being pampered like that. And even though he had some bald spots, and as a dog, he's probably embarrassed, he was walking a lot taller after being his haircut. So that's that thing. I do have to brush him out and then clip him a little bit more because I didn't get his paws well enough, but that's beside the point. Then Trenton and potty training. So all of them are obviously going to be still in potty training. Trenton is doing the best. He actually went poop in his potty chair, so that's great. All of them know how to take off their pants and pee in the potty. Trenton also did go pee in the big potty. He tried to poop, and he just farted. He was sad about that, but he did go in the big potty. Honey, I don't have a binky for you. Sorry. Let me find a binky. Okay, hold on. I'll find one. So yeah, all of them know how to take off their pants and potty in the potty chairs. But we're working on it still. The girls have not pooped in the potty chairs yet, but we're working on it. And I know that they're going to be 3 on November 29th. So we're still working on it. As triplets, they are doing really, really well. So Airlie had her very first school concert. The next 3 topics are Airlie school concert, my birthday, and Halloween, which were all in a video that I uploaded on Friday. Because this video, by the time you guys see it, it will be Monday. So if you have not seen that video, you can watch that one, which is previous of this one. So you'll understand what I'm talking about. Airlie had her first school concert. They had 3 concerts this year. They have one in fall, one in winter, and one in spring. I personally think she did really well. So congratulations to 7th and 8th graders. You guys did awesome. All right, it's been a few days. Okay, I think I left off with Airlie's concert. So I guess we'll talk about Halloween and my birthday. So the last video that was just uploaded, which was this past Friday, was my Halloween and birthday video, and I look back at October, and I had a very, very mellow birthday. It was perfect for me. This is like one of the very few years I did not want to go downtown Wilmington, mostly because there's no point. Two, because I really wanted to go trick-or-treating with the kids. It's free. There's really no point. I'm kind of over that phase of going downtown and people watching or dressing up and, whatever. I'm not fully over it, but I'm kind of over it. Anyways, so, Halloween, as you guys, if you saw that video, that Bailey went as Snow White. The girls got some dresses that were thrifted by Airlie and Grandma. And then Airlie had sewn in some patches onto some pants for Trenton to wear as his costume. I went as Alice because obviously I'm obsessed with Alice in Wonderland. We did go trick-or-treating, which was kind of funny because, well, we went to a church first for trunk or treat, and that's where I won some brownies, which was kind of cool because I never did the game that they were playing. And then the first time I played that game, they were, I won. And then what else? Oh, we went trick or treating in this neighborhood that does like a big neighborhood trick or treating thing all the time, which I'm sure a lot of towns do that. And we forgot the stroller. Izzy, I think these are Jim's actually, but Izzy didn't want to walk that far, so Jim walked back to the car to get the stroller with her, and I had her basket, which I was trying to fill up with candy for her, and we were waiting for them to come back to us, and they were taking a while, and then they couldn't find us, so they ended up just going back and staying at the van, and we went ahead. Me, Airlie, Trenton, and Millie went ahead. Um, Airlie took Trenton with her, and then I had Millie with me. And we kept waiting, and it was funny because Millie found this house that had kids about her age, so she stayed there and played with them for a little while. And then there was this house that had a bunch of animatronics that this older gentleman was showing her literally like every single possible thing under the sun that they were doing. Which was really, really nice of him. And then there was a house that had hot chocolate that was being given out. The lady said that she might try apple cider next year. I told her to get like the Harry Potter cookbook or something and try to like make some fun theme drinks if she really wanted to. Um, and then, there was a group of adults that were talking in a circle, and it was funny and that Millie decided to shove her way in the middle of the circle and start twirling around, so that was fun. But all in all, they lasted about a good hour, probably, if ish. That next year will be a lot more prepared. But for their first trick or treating year, it was really, really fun. We could have gone out longer, or I could have stayed out longer with Airlie, or gone out to a different place with Airlie. But by the time we got back to the house and had to get them down and everything else, I was just like, nope, not doing it. Which was not fair to Airlie. I understand that. But, next year will be more prepared. Um, and then my birthday, if you guys do follow me, I might have put the presents that I got on Instagram. I didn't get that much. I got more. I didn't want anything for my birthday really, because I basically just wanted my probation fine paid off, um, and just to like have a really good mellow dinner and stuff like that. So it's not like I really wanted. Pop up, what happened? Did you fall, honey? Come here. But um, but yeah, I know I got like a candle. Jim got me a big stuffed animal. It's a stuffed animal bear. I named it Bruno. Um, I'm not gonna get up right now because I'm doing laundry to show the bear. Um, why do I name my stuffed animals as an adult? Because, honey, come here. Hold on. Where was I? Birthday. Yeah. So, but yeah, as an adult, I've always named my stuffed animals. I think it's kind of fun. I don't know. I probably will never grow out of that phase. And I don't care who makes fun of me. I'm an adult who, if I get stuffed animals, I name them. But yeah, so Jim got me this giant teddy bear. I named it Bruno. And then my mom got me a candle. Airlie got me Skittles, Hershey Kisses, because Hershey Kisses are my favorite chocolate. Skittles used to be my favorite non-chocolate. Nerds actually used to be, but then it turned into Skittles. And I still have them from my birthday because I found out, don't really care for Skittles that much anymore, which is really sad. Anyways, then she got me some honey mustard pretzels, which are like my obsession. I don't care for pretzels, but those are like the ones I will always buy. I know it's like I don't care for this, I don't care for that, but yet I will. Yeah. What else did I get? Kombucha drinks because I love kombucha. My newest flavor is the I can't remember now. It's red, white, and blue. I can't remember the flavor. I took a picture of it and put it on Instagram. It's the lemongrass in it makes the drink. Oh my god, it is my newest favorite kombucha drink like in the entire world. If you've never had kombucha, it's a fermented fruit drink and it's really great for your gut. But love them. Last thing I'm going to talk about is probation. So I paid off all of my probation fees. So both my probation fees were paid off. The only thing that was left was the $40 a month fees. And I thought when I was paying my probation fees that the some of the money was going towards that $40. Ended up not. So I owed. It's November now. I owed $440 total from the start of my probation until now. And I am done with probation January 11th. So I only owe $80 left of December, January. I think it's stupid that I still have to pay $40 for January. I think it should be prorated personally because it's half the month, but I'm not the government, and the government likes to suck every single penny out of people who break the law, which, you know what? That's fine. I totally understand. I broke the law. I paid for it. Anyways, but yeah, so paid off my probation fines. I did pay off the 440 I think yesterday or 2 days ago. So I'm all caught up. Probation's going great. I love my probation officer, by the way. She is super nice. Due to the fact that I have mental health issues, then my probation officers, I don't get like just any probation officer. I've been given different ones throughout my probation, but there are like two of them who deal with more of the mental health aspect as well, so that helps. But yeah, that's about it for the mommy vlog catch up. The dogs are doing great, the cats are doing great. Senka has gained a lot of weight. I don't know if he's sick or if he just is outside eating like everything, because or if he's like saving up and storing up for winter, because he is this like typical Garfield fat cat now. If he ever wanders in, I can show you guys in a video if I remember, but he is inside somewhere. Actually, he might be outside. I think I opened the window and he went outside. Anyways, on that note, any questions, comments, thoughts, or concerns, you guys can list those below. Like I said, I am trying to work on videos a little bit better next year. I have a whole new setup, so look forward to that. But on that note, you guys stay awesome.